Hello. Today I have another DNA post because it is the season for DNA tests and for people to try to solve adoption cases through DNA or other unknown parentage events. Um, let's say that you have 13 close matches on Ancestry and you're trying to solve this. You reach out to all 13 people, you explain the whole situation, what you're looking for, and one person responds with a nasty message, another person deletes their DNA entirely, and then basically everybody else doesn't respond. So here are some things you can do if this happens to you. About 50% of the cases we get every year are DNA unknown parentage cases. And typically, people have done the communication route and tried to reach out to their matches first with pretty poor luck. And so then they turn to us. So if you are going to reach out to your matches, I recommend that you put as little information as possible in your initial reach out message. Let's say you just put, "Oh, I see we're a DNA match. I'd like to see how we're related. Are you interested?" And leave it at that. Don't spill the whole story right off the bat. People would often think they don't want to get entangled in that, or they might get offended that you're implying an affair in their family, and they just don't really want to know and upset their family. Sometimes you'll find that people will go delete their DNA results after you contact them as well, if it's something that they don't really want to learn about and don't want to be true. So if you want to do the reach out thing, do the vague approach, but I would recommend you skip that entirely and just try to triangulate the relationships on your own, based on usernames and attached trees that people have. Like if you find that your closest match has grandparents listed and they are in a public tree, then I would go find obituaries for both of those grandparents and see who the descendants are. And then I would actually recommend snooping on Facebook. Find the living descendants and then start looking around because most people leave their profiles completely wide open. And you can snoop around and figure out who is related to whom in there, because usually somebody will comment and say, "Oh, I love this picture. You and your mom look so great." Something like that, where you can kind of start to triangulate it on your own. Then you just create a private tree on Ancestry or wherever you do your research and start trying to make all of those relationships work. It's just a big logic problem. You can also use like whitepages.com, because if you enter somebody in there, let's say you figured out their username is pretty easy. It's like Bob Michelson and you know where he lives. Then just put that in White Pages and it'll list his family members. It'll list, like, let's say he had 2 daughters, it'll probably list their married names and their husbands. And you can start looking around that way. I highly recommend that over the traditional communication with your matches. If you can just try to solve it on your own, it will go a lot better. Please reach out with any questions on that, or if you're looking for a quote on this. I'm happy to share any information I have on how to do this and give you recommendations, because I've done it a lot and it's definitely the most effective way to do it. Thanks.